everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Red Cup Review. I'm your host, Rob Banks, and today we're celebrating with the release of the Mezco 112 Collective Darkseid figure. Darkseid is massive, and unfortunately, when he came in the package, the peg broke inside the arm, straight out of the package, but those are the breaks when you deal with something so massive and heavy as Darkseid. Now, Darkseid photographs like a 5-cup figure. We want to give him 5 cups at the Red Cup Review, but we're not. We're giving him significantly less. But you're going to have to wait until the end of the video when we do the roundabout and the closing to find out why. Anyways, guys, check out geekstronomy.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this page. Check out the CollectorZown Cantina on Facebook. And, of course, as always, the Lair, lair.nyc. Time for the review. Straight out of the package, this is what you got with Darkseid. As you can see here, as stated in the intro, you got the joint snapped right here inside the arm itself. So unfortunately, there is absolutely nothing but having to call Mezco for a replacement. See that? But there's nothing we could do. I'm still going to try to do as best as I can for you guys. So this is everything he's got. Now we're going to go look at the details. Here's Darkseid up close and personal. Now I gotta tell you, this is the perfect case of when an action figure company flies too close to the sun, they burn their wings, and eventually have to come crashing back down to earth. I gotta tell you guys, at a $180 price point, this figure is pretty underwhelming. Now, he is about 2 pounds. He's heavy. You can feel the feel of the figure is really nice. The leather doesn't feel like it's going to crack. You could definitely get some good articulation. I actually get better articulation with this figure than you do with most Mezcos. But I'm going to try my best to show you guys. The head goes around. There's actually a ball joint down there as well, so you can see how it moves around there. The arms go all the way up. However, the arm articulation is going to go from here to here, and that's it. That's your range of motion on the arm. That's about as far as it's going to bend there. Around at the wrists, he actually has really good waist articulation, surprisingly, right? He could twist almost completely and twist back the other way, right? So it was really good soft goods that they used for this here as well. And everything you see on the figure that's not, obviously, this is, soft goods. This is all polystone. Polystone here. The hand itself is plastic. The head, plastic. This up here, metal component. Right around here, I think that's die cast or polystone. This is die cast right here. You can hear it. You hear that? Then you got this whole piece here is all die cast metal. And the paintwork on everything but the skin is actually pretty unbelievably, undeniably top notch. I hope you guys are getting a good look at that because you can see the scratches and the scuffs on his shin guards there. And it's like he's been walking through the fire pits of apocalypse there. So it works pretty nicely. His knees go back really far. His legs spread really well. I mean, you're almost getting a full split out of a polystone figure. So big thumbs up there. The legs go up pretty high. They go up a lot higher than I thought they would. And the rocker ankle. This figure actually has better rocker ankles than most other Mezco figures does. So go figure. You got your first polystone figure with great articulation considering it is polystone. Unfortunately, we had this mishap happen. Now we're going to take a look at the... we mentioned the paintwork on the actual gauntlets being really nice. There's little to no bleed. It's very well done, very highly detailed. Okay? Only problem that I have is that the paintwork on the arms and the legs, I'm not really feeling too much. I don't really think they added enough blackwash to give you enough depth. I mean, you could see that they added a little bit there. Just to me, it kind of falls flat. The arms aren't holding their shadows the way other Mezco figures do. So something got lost in the translation here. So that I'm just not feeling. And I think that the face could have used, there's a little bit of blackwash around the eyes there. Just a slight bit. I'm going to try to get some more light in there for you. Yeah, see? But I don't know. There's just something about it that's not really grabbing the crevices the way it really should. All right, now we're going to show you guys the head sculpts and the light up feature. Number 1 of 4 head sculpts he comes with. Now I'm going to show you guys the head, rotate it around, show you how it goes on. He attaches down there. There's the little light up switch. Not really too happy about that. So every time you want to use it, you got to take it off. But look, the eyes light up like crazy. This is what bothers me. I absolutely hate, and I mean I hate light up features on toys. It works excellently. They use a really diesel and powerful LED light up for the eyes. However, how many times you're going to pop the head off and turn this thing on and off, okay? So this is how you take the head off. You got to kind of squeeze and pinch here and slide forward because it's on a magnet, right? You get it out there like that, and there's the magnet, there's the inside of the head, and that's how it attaches. That's where you put the little batteries in there. Once again, you turn it on. Look how bright those LEDs are, right? So we're going to put the next head sculpt on. Here's the second of his 4 face plates, and you can see he's got that evil grin like he's ready to take over the earth, and he's pleased with his minions, and then bringing the Kryptonian before him, right? Look at that. Looks very menacing. And the paintwork is pretty much the same as it was on the first head sculpt. Alright guys, faceplate number 3, and this one is probably the most aesthetically resoundingly cool because you could see the actual light permeating through the cracks in his skin there, and you could see like some kind of internal damage going on, right? Like if Superman was just crushing him with blow after blow, right? But there you go. So that's pretty nice if you ask me. It was a nice little cool feature that they actually made it, you know, where it was you could actually see the light coming through the skin there, you know, as if the Omega energy was ready to just burst from his skin. This head sculpt is pretty cool as well. It's got the little zigzag motion that the Omega beams normally do. And you can see that what's really cool about this is that it's more yellowy, like where the light is beaming from the eyes, right? And it actually, in a darker room, you could see the light travel up through here and actually go through here, and it almost has like a bounce effect. When you go to put the faceplate on, you got to watch out for that little nub right there where the chin would go, so you want to kind of slide it in chin first, right? You want to kind of sit it right in there, and then just kind of maneuver it back into the head. Remember, guys, these are expensive toys. You got to take your time with it, and it sits in there quite perfectly, and because of the magnet, it ain't coming out. These are the 3 hands that Darkseid comes with, the more expressive hands besides the 2 fists. And this hand are basically the exact same. This hand, the paintwork is really great on all of them. They're pretty expressive. However, this hand does come with a little nit because of the way the plastic molding was on the knuckles. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but right across the front of the knuckles there, you could see the line, the plastic molding line right there. But that's kind of like really being super picky. One thing that I really liked about the figure was the outfit and the design that they chose to go with, because let's face it, Darkseid usually just wears a plain blue tunic, right? But the way Jack Kirby used to draw him, as you can see right over here, he used to have like those really crazy curvy, weird Kirby inking thing going on there, patterns. Well, you know, they couldn't do that with a figure, so they actually gave you a pattern on it as well. So you got a black stripe coming down the middle. It extends to both sides here through the bottom and then around the bottom here. And there's another little line coming down here with another stripe going around there. So there was a way to add detailing on the figure and in his tunic and keeping it very Kirby-esque, and I like that. I actually very much enjoy it. I think it works extremely well in this case, and you get the 2 stripes along the back, and the seam is sewn up really nicely as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Darkseid stands, I believe, at around 7.5 feet tall, at least the way he was originally conceived to be, not that whole New 52 nonsense they had going on. Darkseid's power emanates from more than just his physical ability. And if Superman stands at roughly around 6'1", let's say 6'2", then Darkseid is appropriately 7'5" in this photo, possibly even a touching 8 feet. So when people are like, nah, he's not big enough, he's big enough. This figure is big and imposing and will tower over your other Mezco figures, as you can see here as well. We have him next to the Mezco Superman, and now here's him next to the DC Universe Classic Superman. Right, as you can see there. So he towers over him as well. Okay, and here's them standing exactly side by side. So you're not even getting the true sense of how much taller he is because the camera's got to be on an angle because of how big Darkseid actually is. I can't even fit him in the frame. So let's see if we could slide this back a little bit to give you guys an even bigger perspective of how tall he actually is. And he's massively wide too. I would say he's maybe 1.5 times the width of a regular Mezco figure. Darkseid is total Jack Kirby royalty, and how much of a royal would he be unless he had his big boss cape on? Look at him standing there all regal-like. Now the pauldrons, or the shoulder pads right here and right here, are a heavy die-cast metal, and the cape running down throughout is actually felt. It's a felt cape, but this right here is what's got me worried, guys. This is like a faux leather iron-on thing they got working on here. So as a matter of fact, it might be the same material that they used for his outfit here. Right? So this has, to me, it has Peel City written all over it. I do not think this is going to stand up to the test of time, but only time will tell, right? You can see that, I could totally see it fraying here and fraying here. You know, try not to interact with it too much. As far as how does the cape goes on, it just kind of pulls up, goes right on his shoulders like that. Final analysis from the Red Cup review, 2.5 cups. How the hell could I give him 2.5 cups if I just wax poetic for 10 minutes about the great imposingness that he has? It's the price point, fellas. At $180, this figure is just not worth the price of admission. They flew too close to the sun. They tried to reinvent the wheel and give us something more, and sometimes when you push too hard, it backfires on you. And in this case, Darkseid, for me at least, came crashing back down to earth. If he was totally made in plastic and at $130, $140 price point, he would have been much more appetizing for my like and my wallet at least. And now you guys can give me 1,000 thumbs down. Boo! How could you say that, Rob Banks? How could you let us down with this? Listen, guys, I'm trying to just be as honest as I possibly can with you and try to do as good of a review I can with a busted figure. Unfortunately, I'm working on the replacement with Mezco now. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, what I was able to do with it at least. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you on the next episode where maybe next time I'll be able to give you that extra more that you guys deserve. I appreciate all the love I've been getting so far, and I'll see you on the next episode.